For fucking today. Today's the day to make videos. Yeah, I'll make videos. See, now this makes knots on the ground, right?
Yes.
It's a ground knotter. These are always fun. Now, these are one of the reasons why I absolutely hate idiot blocks. Hate them. We have broken bits and pieces, and it was all caused by this one right here, Mr. Tim, because he's impatient and doesn't pay attention to what he's doing. Right, Tim? Yeah, go ahead, stick your fingers in that gear. I want to see that. There, it's fine. Just wait till you get the knotter up on the frame. Bring it around the other way. Alright, so if you've never seen a New Holland baler without its knotter rack on, you're about to. This is not a repair video because I'm leaving. Did you know? I'm leaving. So this whole thing cost a little over $1,000 so far. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, a little over $1,000 so far, and I didn't even get all the parts that I needed. Tim decided he'd chew on the needles, snap them right the fuck off. We're fortunate that it didn't break the yoke, which I don't know how it didn't bend the yoke, but it didn't bend the yoke.
Well, I think what happened was when I was doing its cycle, the plunger actually pushed on the on the needles as it broke the shear bolt.
Yeah, well, it broke the shear bolt first, and the needles wouldn't even be in there. So anyways, when the shear bolt breaks on the knotter frame, there's a little cable here, this little guy right here. So if you're not familiar with these things, when the knotter yoke comes back, it pulls that cable, and that misses the plunger. So when that needle comes in forward, it puts a block out. Right there, you see that funky little thing right there? That little triangular looking thing? Or I shouldn't call it a triangle because I'm sure there's some geometry major out there that's going to tell me I'm fucking stupid. But it looks like a triangle to me. So that comes out, and when this thing is cycling the needles, that is out. And then when the needles come fully back, like that, it retracts and then allows the plunger to go ahead and stroke the next slice of hay in. Okay, no big deal. It works quite wonderfully, but the spring was broken. Yeah, the stupid spring was broken, and not only was the spring broken, but it has a grease zerk on it that was plugged up and couldn't even take grease, so it was 90% seized. So even if the spring is broken, gravity will actually put that thing in the way enough that it will break it 99% of the time. So the spring was broken, so we just put a different spring in there and got that back together. Me and Tim did that, and I unseized it, cleaned it up, and put it back in. He put it back in, so that part is functioning correctly. It's just now this knotter rack has to get put on, and it has to be put on and make sure it is timed, because if it's not timed, you know what you're going to have? You're going to have about another $1,000 worth of damage. Come on, pick it up, Tim. Well, don't bend that thing. I in a million years never took that apart like that, but because I never did. I always just took it off from the end, piece by piece. Hold on. You're going to need to turn that, and you're going to need to turn this. So let me turn this guy here. Oh, other way.
You're going to go on compression stroke.
No, I'm fine.
Alright, you're good.
Okay. So Tim had the foresight to put it on make a timing mark. Now most of these things do have timing marks. I don't know if this one does or not. I don't think
it does because of all the paint that's on it.
Right.
Here it is, right here.
Yeah, you were pretty freaking close, right? I don't know. It should have a mark. But anyways, it's fine. He's got it right. So they're going to put this piece of shit together and go attempt to make little bales. Again. Only this time we're going to do it, and we're going to pay what? Pay attention to what's going on behind us and make sure that it works. So yeah, it's not really hard to work on these things. When I was a kid, it seemed like it was a puzzle, but for the most part, I could take these apart and put them together in my sleep, except for that cam. Actually, I'm pretty sure I told you to put that cam on that way, but I might have told you to put it on the backwards. I don't remember. But this cam right here, and that's what runs the Tucker fingers. So if your Tucker fingers aren't correct,
yeah, that's right.
That's right. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. You're good. You need to get this thing back together. It's right. Put it on. Yeah, in the right spot.
Until last.
Well, what do you mean it doesn't go on until last?
Till we get it all, everything bolted up first.
All right, whatever. If you actually pull this back and run that, yeah, it should. You really have to put that thing on before last.
Yeah.
Because then it won't line up. And you'll have to make sure that this is locked in place. I don't know why it's not. Oh, it will when it drops.
You gotta tighten up.
It will when it drops.
No. This has to be tightened. I didn't tighten that.
That bolt? Yeah, okay. So anyways, they're going to mess with this. Oh, you got to get this thing retimed because you untimed it. There. Alright, so I'm getting fuel in my baler and I'm going down to Stone Rose Farm and I'm going to work. So, end of video 1. Oh, what a pain in the ass today is. I got 2 broken balers. Oh, might as well tell them what Teresa did. Might as well show what Teresa did. Teresa had a little bit of a wreck yesterday. Not a wreck, but she got a little tight on the corner and actually broke this very expensive constant velocity shaft. Took the socket right out of the plate and ruined it. So that shaft from Krone is over $5,000. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, $5,000. Yeah, that's right, $5,000. So we don't want $5,000 worth of damage to it. So I actually found another company that sells these things aftermarket. It is a Bendoli Pavesi, but it's the better shaft. For some reason, they have those 4 lug shafts that they like to run, and I'm putting on the spline shaft, which I always had in the New Holland, and for some reason it ran smoother than what these do. I don't know why. It just ran smoother. What do you got? Do it again? Well, good luck with that. So that's it. There you go, video for today. Oh, and he's going to bail with the 720 because he's a glutton for punishment. I'm going to get in the 7530 because I'm smarter than him. Yeah, smart. SMRT smart.